Hey guys, it's me, Jess, and today I wanted to share with you something a little bit different. I kind of wanted to share like a 2016 recap, kind of like a reflection, and then I wanted to share with you some of my goals that I have for 2017. I've just grown so much over this past year, and 2016 has been just full of just really highs and super lows, and I just kind of wanted to document that. I've been giving a lot of thought to my channel, what I want to do here, what I want to put out into the world for myself and for others, and how I kind of want to connect with you guys on a deeper level. If you guys watched my life update video, which I will link in the iCards, I think here or here, it's somewhere, I kind of explained a lot of what happened to me over the past year and kind of why I dropped off of YouTube for a while. It was a much needed break, and I think that it's definitely inspired me, and it's given me a lot of time to really think about, again, what I want to do with this channel. So I do have some notes, so I might be looking off or down. I kind of do that a lot. Plus I'm recording on my phone right now, which is kind of weird because I tend to want to look at myself and not the little dot over that way. So, because it's me looking at myself, me looking at you. So I'll try to keep an eye contact. Recapping 2016. I want to say the year started off fairly well. We moved out of our apartment that we were renting, and we found this house that was way under our budget. And it just seemed like a huge blessing because we wanted to be able to save up money to purchase a home and work on our credit. And it just was like a win-win scenario. We thought it was going to be like this great thing. And it was for a while. And then, as I shared in my life update, we ended up having a mold issue in that house. And that's when things kind of started going downhill. And also around that time, I'm a fairly new homeschooler. I just started homeschooling about 2.5 years ago. And so I was still kind of like working on figuring out how I wanted to homeschool the kids. And that I was kind of struggling in that area. And then when the mold issue came about, everything just kind of went downhill. It was like a ripple effect. But it was just awful, and we lost a lot of our belongings, like a lot. So about a year ago, I really started getting into minimalism, and I wanted to simplify my life. I just felt this urgency to do so, and I purchased the book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And I shared some of that process here on YouTube. If you guys want to look back over my videos, I'll leave a link to the playlist. And I went through the process, and I was feeling really good. And I thought to myself, well, I'm not a very like materialistic person. I don't really attach emotions to items, or so I thought. And it really wasn't until the mold issue and I was being kind of forced into getting rid of things or losing things that I kind of realized that I had more of an attachment to belongings than what I had originally thought. And it was really hard on me. I lost some sentimental items that I cannot replace. And I just kept trying to tell myself, you know, God's making room for new things, better things. It's just stuff. It's just stuff. And I just had to kind of keep telling myself that. But it was definitely hard. And I think it was more or less that it wasn't a choice, that it was a forced thing that made it so hard. And so with us moving out of the rental house, we moved in with my grandmother, and it was our 2 cats and the 5 of us in a small bedroom, and it was very tight. We decided that it would be time for us to buy a home, that now was the best time for us to do that. We almost totally passed over this home, but as soon as I pulled up into the driveway, I knew without even going inside that this was our home. I just had this feeling, and everything came together like magic. The numbers worked, everything just, it was great. Great area, everything that we were looking for. It just, like, God was really blessing us. After all that happened, I suffered the loss of my father. He was tragically killed in a motorcycle accident. He was involved in a hit and run. And that kind of flipped my world upside down. I think the hugest blessing is that he didn't suffer at all. It was instant. And it really made me start evaluating my life and just really starting to think about what's important to me. It made me question a lot of things, like, what am I doing? I'm a stay-at-home mom and I homeschool. And, I struggle with anxiety and depression. And I was, even before my dad's passing, I was really struggling. I was really unhappy in my life. And I thought to myself, man, all I ever wanted to do was be a mom. And this is what I wanted to do. And, I get to stay home with my kids, and that's a blessing. And I get to homeschool, and that's a blessing. And yet I'm still miserable. Every day that I wake up, I am miserable. I realized that I was struggling with trying to live up with certain expectations that others had put on me or that I had put on myself. And I just said to myself, it's time for me to make a change. And that is what is leading me to share with you my goals for 2017. I have quite a few. I've kind of broken them down into home, myself, and my YouTube channel. And so first, starting with the home, the biggest one for me is just learning to live intentionally in all aspects of my life. And so I made some bullet points, like, what does that look like for me when I say living more intentionally? That means purging. I've been going through the process of purging my home and just really looking at the items that I have and really asking myself, do I really need this? Does it bring me happiness? Why do I have this item? Is it useful to me? And if not, learning to let it go and being okay with it, and learning to realize that by letting things go, I'm actually letting more in. And because by not having to spend my whole entire day cleaning, because that's a huge thing for me that was making me miserable, is I just felt like all I was doing is cooking and cleaning, like, all day long. And if you're a stay-at-home mom, you can kind of understand that. It becomes like this redundant thing that you're doing all the time. And I was miserable, and I'm like, I don't want to be cleaning all the time. I want to go play with my kids. I want to play Legos and ponies, and I want to enjoy them. I don't want to just feel like I have to clean. And if I am having to clean, I only want it to take like 20 minutes top. That's it. And so, yeah, purging is number one. Number two, learning to slow down and just not be so busy all the time. I feel like we miss out so much in our lives because we have this need, or we feel like the world says that we need to stay busy, because if we're not busy, then we are not being productive, which is just so untrue. And again, that just falls in with really wanting to spend time with my family and just slow down and not be so busy. I don't know about you guys, but I get worn out going 90 to nothing all the time. I do not like that. I like being at home. I am definitely a homebody. I have no desire to just run all the time. I like to be at home. Number three is kind of goes along with the purging and everything I've been saying, putting more thought into what we are purchasing. What are we consuming? What are we bringing into the home? So now that I'm purging, and once I get done purging, I want to make sure that I start to be really intentional about what I'm bringing back into my home. And that, even goes for food, making sure that, we only are buying what we are going to consume and not being wasteful. And so moving on to number four, learning to set more limits. Limits with spending, limits with electronics, limits, just limiting things. And that kind of falls in with that whole slowing down process, just learning to set better limits. Number five, I kind of already mentioned this, less cleaning. I don't want to clean so much. I'm tired of that. I just, it's like, yes, you're going to have to clean, but the less you have, the less that you have to clean. So that's my thought on that. And the last one, number 6, is I want to start implementing the one in, one out. So when I do bring things into my home, something has to go so that I don't start reaccumulating clutter. On to me, myself, what are my goals for me? What am I hoping to accomplish in 2017 or make more time for? The first one is more reflection time. That kind of goes along with that whole slowing down thing. That's just really huge for me right now. Just learning to be comfortable in the quiet which leads into number 2, spending more quiet time with God, doing more studying, and also finding us a church home. Because the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys are my goals for this channel here, kind of sharing with you some of my ideas and kind of what my hopes are for this channel. So first off, I have decided that I'm going to be doing daily videos, whether it be a sit-down video like this or a vlog. I'm just going to do it every day. I'm going to commit to it. I'm starting now, not January 1st. I'm going to start right now, and I'm going to start recording every single day. I'm hoping to do the entire year, and the only way that I'm not going to post a video is if some kind of emergency or there has to be some kind of tragic event. And as I really love video, I really love connecting with people through social media. I've met so many amazing people here on YouTube, actually through Snapchat, Periscope, Facebook. It's a big world out there, and I love meeting new people. The goal for my channel is investing in some better equipment. I did have a really super nice DSLR camera. It broke, and I'm not going to buy the same camera. I sent it off to have it fixed. I got it fixed, and then it broke again. So I'm done with that. I'm going to move on to something different. So I'm going to be investing in this channel, in equipment, and yeah, doing daily vlogs. I'll be sharing some weight loss stuff with you guys, grocery hauls, vlogs, and just sit down videos like this. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, for more videos like this one and our daily vlogs. And I will see you guys next video. Bye!